Namaste, everyone. Welcome to JD Healing Vibes, and this is another yoga class in the Hatha style, and I'm going to do for you tonight for this session an advanced class. And so I would recommend that you start by doing my gentle Hatha yoga class first. And if you're able to perform that class without any kind of restrictions or pain or discomfort, then perhaps try out this more advanced class and just proceed with caution, especially if you have got any known health issues or injuries, and specifically I would suggest that you get advice from your medical doctor or health professional if you do have injuries or health conditions. Usually it's best to do that before doing any yoga, but particularly for a more advanced yoga class such as this one. So for this evening we're going to begin, as I always do, with a little warming up, loosening up session, and these movements are quite gentle and relaxed and pretty much suitable for everybody. Then after that we're going to do some standing movements which will be a little bit stronger and focusing pretty much on strengthening elements, and then we will be doing a sitting mat session, and those elements will also be working on strengthening and stretching, and then we'll do a lying down session, and we will, as always, conclude with a nice little relaxation and meditation session. So let's begin. So starting off with the gentle loosening sequence, so just feet a little apart, and we'll do a little gentle sway from side to side. Just beginning to loosen the spine and the shoulders just a little. And then coming to stand well with the feet hip width apart, releasing your shoulders, so taking them up and down in a bit of a shrug. So think of tension, and then moving your shoulders towards your ears and very slowly and gently rotating your head to loosen your neck. And then reverse and circling your head the other way, nice and slowly though, so we don't jar the neck. And then slowly return your head back to centre position, placing one hand to one shoulder and slow, wide rotations into the shoulder joint. So we're going to be doing a little bit of work on the shoulders tonight with a few downward dog positions. So we want to make sure that the shoulders are nice and loose and warmed up before we do that. And then reversing. So circling nice and wide. And then bringing your arm down and repeat the other side. So big wide circles again. Try and do them nice and slowly. If you need to modify a little, if you have any shoulder restrictions, then you do that as you need to, and then reversing the direction, and then bringing the arm back beside you, bringing the fingertips together. So we've got a little bit of deep breathing practice with this movement. Slow deep breath in as we draw the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Exhaling, bringing the fingers back to centre. Breathing in once again, taking the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then exhale, bringing the fingers back. Breathing in, this time a nice extension of the arms, taking the arms back. And then exhale, bringing the fingers together again. Turning your palms up. Deep, slow breath in, opening arms wide, extending out. Exhale, coming back, bringing the fingers together. Let your arms relax and a little wobble of the shoulders. And then reverse. Coming back to centre and checking that you're starting now in good mountain posture, Tadasana, so the feet should be parallel, about hip width apart with your toes spread, drawing the muscles of the legs in and up, and a little bottom and tummy tucked toward the spine, bringing your shoulders towards your ears, let them roll back, relax them down, your chin parallel to the ground. Turning your palms out, I'm going to do some spinal movements. Taking a slow deep breath in as you bring your arms up, stretch toward the ceiling, clasping your hands, turning the palms up, just exhale deeply. Breathing in as we stretch up with the arms, exhale as we go slowly into a side stretch, and we just go to where you feel is a good stretch for you. Inhaling, slowly coming back to center, and then exhale as we go in the other direction. Breathing in, slowly coming back to center. Exhale, so just a little rest there. Breathing in, once again a good stretch. And then exhale as you turn to your left. So this is a gentle spinal twist, turning back to as far as you can. Inhale, coming back to the center, and then exhale as we turn in the other direction, and hold. Breathing in, slowly come back to center, turn a little to the left, and then exhale as we stretch over the left foot, so coming into forward bend. And you're either placing hands on the leg or pressing palms toward the floor, lifting the buttocks, and lovely stretch for the back of the legs and the spine. Breathing in, slowly coming up, so just be careful of your lower back as you're coming up, slowly and smoothly. Coming into the center, exhale, just have a little rest. Breathing in, once again, good stretch, and turning towards your right. Exhale as we stretch over the right foot, coming down slowly, either hands on the right leg or pressing palms toward the floor, lifting the buttocks, taking deep breaths. Breathing in, coming up slowly, once again, gauging the core as we come up, and then coming back to center, exhaling, relax again, and then inhaling one more time, have a lovely stretch, bending the knees, exhale as we bring arms to shoulder height, press the palms away from you, tucking the tailbone forward and slowly bringing your chin onto your chest. Hold and stretching the arms forward. Breathing in, slowly lower your arms, bringing your head up slowly and releasing the hands. And give your shoulders a nice little gentle roll and relax. And then placing your hands on your lower back. So the final spinal movements, a little back arch. Just always be careful of your neck and your lower back. So we bend the knees slightly, tuck the tailbone forward so the pelvis is moving forward. Inhale, raising your right arm, slowly looking up and then arching back a little bit with your upper body. Exhale as you come back to center, lowering the hand to the lower back and then breathing out as we fold forward, coming into tabletop position, lifting the buttocks. Breathing in, slowly coming up, very gently, and then bending the knees, tuck the tailbone forward, pelvis forward, slowly bring left arm up, gradually looking up if you can, arching back with your upper body. Exhale as we come up slowly, bringing hand to lower back, folding forward, coming back into that tabletop position, keeping the spine straight, neck in line with the spine, lifting your buttocks. And then inhale, come up slowly and smoothly back to the centre. Place your hands on your waist and gently and slowly rotating your bottom in a smooth circle. And then gently reverse the circling movement. Come back to centre, bending your knees. Roll the top of one foot over so we give it a little stretch out, working on stretching top of the foot to the toes. Come on to the ball of the foot and rotating your ankle. And reverse. Back to centre, the foot a little shake. Press your heel down onto the floor. Coming back, and we'll do the other foot, so bending the knees, rolling the other foot over. Once again, good little stretch, the top of the foot up to toes. Coming on to the ball of the foot, rotating the ankle. And reverse. Back to centre, little shake. Place the heel down, a little bit of a squeeze. Coming back and then stepping your feet about mat width apart or a little bit wider than the hips for this one. We're going to go into a squatting position. This one's a good pelvic stretching one. It works on opening up the hips. And we're also going to come through a forward bend, so it's a nice spinal stretch too. Just be aware, it can be quite strong on your knees, so you just go to whatever level you feel is okay for your knees and then work from that position. So we start with our hands on the front of the thighs, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, bending the knees. So you're coming down slowly, sliding your hands down through the inner thigh. Now, if going down to knee level is as far as you want to go, that's fine. If you can go further, we slide the hands down, bending the knees a bit more. Those who can grab ankles, grabbing ankles. Or if you can, you're placing your hands under the arches of the feet. And then slowly dropping the bottom just as far as you can and lifting the chest a little more, pressing against the knees and taking some deep breaths. Good. Now we're coming up, slowly bring the bottom up and slowly lower your head down, coming into the forward bend, lifting the buttocks, looking between the legs, pulling the upper body towards the space between the legs. And releasing your legs, breathing in, sliding the hands up the legs. So we're just coming up gently, uncurling the spine. Nice and slowly so we don't get dizzy. Head up at the end. Relax your shoulders. Turn your toes in. Walking the feet back until your knees just touching. And then bending the knees a little, hands on the front of the thighs and gently rotating your knees. So we're just loosening the knee joints and reverse. And then forwards and backwards a few times and side to side a few times. Back to centre. Pressing the knees back a little and slowly coming up, so nice and gently uncurling the spine. Relax your shoulders back and down, stepping the feet a little wider, and we finish the loosening movements with another little gentle swinging movement from side to side. So that is the gentle sequence to begin with. So we've loosened up most of the body now, and we're also warmed up the joints and the muscles and prepared ourselves now to do Surya Namaskar, salute to the sun. Salute to the sun is a traditional Hatha yoga dynamic posture sequence. And I'm doing a very traditional version, and I'm doing it in the relaxed style, which means that we're moving slowly and working with the breath. And we are going to work mindfully as well. So the idea is that the sequence should be a moving meditation. So first of all, just making sure that you've got your mat stretched out, and we're going to come up to the front of the mat because we'll be using the full width of the, full length of the mat here. Coming into Tadasana, mountain posture, just see that in the camera, and then bring your palms together, rest your thumbs to your chest gently, close your eyes just for a few moments and allow your mind to focus inwards, releasing thoughts of your daily concerns and becoming aware of your posture. So just briefly check to make sure that you're creating that lovely balanced mountain posture, releasing areas of tension, and focus on the breath now. Start to slow the breath, deepen the breath, close your mouth if it's comfortable, engaging your full yoga breath and connecting the mind to the breath. And remember, try to follow the instructions as I direct you while we're doing the movements so that you can bring your awareness to the breath as well as the movements. Open your eyes slowly, breathing in, turning your fingers inwards towards your chest. Exhale, peeling the palms away, stretch toward the opposite wall. Inhale, bring your arms up towards your ears, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone forward, moving your upper body back, coming into a gentle back arch. Looking up if your neck is okay. Exhale as we come up slowly, folding forward. So we need to be aware of our lower back. You can stretch out the strong way or slide your hands down your legs for the gentler method. And just letting your upper body hang down loosely, lifting the buttocks. If you prefer, have your hands resting on your legs and taking some deep breaths. And then bending your knees, place your hands on the floor next to the feet. And we're going to step the right foot back. Take your right knee down onto the floor and then inhale and lift the chest, pressing forward into runner's posture. Moving the palms to the floor, lift up the right knee, step the left foot back, lower the bottom a little, coming into the plank position, the plank position, or modify it by dropping the knees to the floor if it's a little bit of a strong one for you. Keeping the core nice and engaged. Focus on the breath. And then lower your knees to the floor. Flatten your feet. Move your bottom back slightly as we lower the front of the body towards the floor. And then moving forward slowly, coming through your hands. Lower the pelvis and pressing upper body up, coming into your cobra posture. Or if that's a little strong, moving down onto the forearms for a gentler position. Tighten the buttocks, lower the shoulders, looking forward or up toward the ceiling. A little bit stronger for the neck. And then gently moving up onto all fours into the cat posture and slowly moving your bottom back towards your heels, coming into the stretched pose of the child and taking a couple of deep breaths there. Slow, relaxed breaths. Breathing in, coming back onto the hands and the knees. Moving your hands under your shoulders, spreading your fingers, tucking toes under. Inhale, push your bottom up, coming up onto the balls of the feet into downward dog. And then exhale as we press the heels toward the floor
chest toward the thighs, taking deep breaths. Breathing in, lifting your head a little, and then stepping right foot forward, lower the left knee. Inhale, lift the chest, pressing forward into runner's posture. Bring the palms down, lift your left knee, stepping left foot forward. Bend your knees and resting your forearms on your thighs. And just taking some deep breaths there. And then bring your arms down, chest toward the thighs, lifting the bottom slowly. And then breathe in deeply, coming up, engaging the core, or slide your hands up your legs for gentler work. Bend the knees, tucking the tailbone forward, upper body back. Exhale, come back to center, palms together, and slowly return with your hands resting level with your chest, thumbs gently pressing into the chest. Close your eyes, coming back into balanced mountain posture. Release the shoulders by rolling them back and down. Soften your face. Let go of tension anywhere else in your body. And then focusing on the breath. Steady, slow, rhythmical breathing. Just making sure that you keep your breathing comfortable and relaxed for you. Keep your attention on the breath. Now open your eyes. We're going to repeat those movements on the other side to complete our salute to the sun. Breathing in, turn your fingers towards your chest. Exhale, peeling the palms away, stretching out. Deep breath in, bringing your arms up next to your ears. Bend your knees, tucking the tailbone forward, moving upper body gently back. Exhaling, coming back to center, palms together, slowly returning back down and folding forward, coming down into the forward bending position, lifting the buttocks. And then clasping your elbows and gently sway from side to side. And we're just loosening up a little bit more now. And then doing a little bit more of a half crescent or semicircle movement with your upper body. And then coming back to the center, releasing your arms. Bend your knees, hands to the floor, and we're going to step the left foot back this time. Lower your left knee to the floor and inhale, lifting the chest, coming into the runner's posture. Bringing palms down, lift up the left knee, stepping right foot back, lower the bottom a little, so coming into plank posture, or bring the knees to the floor if it's a little strong for you. Just try and keep everything nice and level, engaging the core. Keep breathing and focusing on that nice, strong core. Lower the knees, flatten the feet, moving bottoms back, so we're moving into striking cobra. Bringing the upper body down, and then inhale as we push forwards through the hands, bringing the pelvis down, coming up into cobra or onto your forearms. Tighten the buttocks, drop the shoulders, looking forward or up, taking deep breaths, holding cobra stretch. And then pushing up through onto hands and knees, and then slowly move your bottom back towards your heels, coming into a stretched pose of a child position. Let's try and get your arms into a comfortable position for your shoulders. So if you wish, you can do a fist position, one fist on the other, forehead on the top fist, or just extending the arms if that's comfortable. Breathing in, coming back onto the hands and knees, bringing your hands under your shoulders, spreading your fingers, tucking toes under. Breathing in, push the bottom up, and exhale, press heels toward the floor, chest toward the thighs, lifting the buttocks, taking deep breaths. If you need to bend your knees a little, that's fine. Just pressing chest in toward the thighs. And then inhale, lift your head a little, stepping the left foot forward, bring the right knee down. Lift the chest, pressing forward, so back into a runner's position again. Palms down, lift up the right knee, step the right foot forward, bending your knees. Once again, just that little rest on the thighs with your forearms. Now, just keeping your knees bent, bring your chest in towards your thighs. Run your hands down the back of the legs to ankles or heels. Slowly lifting your bottom, so a little bit extra stretch to the back of the legs. And then releasing the legs, breathing in, coming up, engaging the core, or slide the hands up the legs for gentler work. Stretch toward the ceiling, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, upper body back. Exhale, coming back to center. Bring the palms together and slowly return with the hands resting on the chest. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, soften your neck and your face. Let go of any sense of urgency or impatience. Keep your focus on steady, relaxed, deep, comfortable breathing. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm, bringing your arms slowly down. Open your eyes and then just have a little releasing, swinging movement. Surya Namaskar is a heating sequence of movements, and it's a lovely thing to do first thing in the morning when you wake up before you have your breakfast, and if you can face the direction of the rising sun, it's even nicer to do. And it will set you up for a beautiful, energized day afterwards. Now, we're just going to run through a few little gentle releasing movements, some of the areas we worked in the salute to the sun. So place your hands on your waist and rotating your bottom slowly. So this is just to release the core, the lower back area and the hips, which we did some good work on. And then reverse the direction of that bottom rotation. Coming back to center with your fist, give your lower back a nice firm massage. Give it a good rub. And then roll of the shoulders, because lots of good work on the shoulders. And then reverse. And relax them back and down. And then bend your elbows, gently rotate your wrists. And reverse. Squeeze into a tight fist. Stretch out, spread out the fingers. Relax the fingers and give them all wiggle, wiggle, wiggle all the joints. And then have a good shake of everything. Good. All right, so we are now going to do another little posture sequence, and we're going to be doing some mainly strengthening movements. And this particular sequence we will still be doing a downward dog, but we're going to come into it in a slightly different way. And we're also going to put a warrior posture, nice strong powerful posture, and a side angle posture as well together with the sequence. So we're going to again have our mat lengthways, but instead of coming to the front of the mat, I'd like you to come to the back of your mat this time and start once again from mountain posture, Tadasana, so engaging the core, bottom and tummy tucked in, and relax the shoulders back and down. Just close your eyes for a few moments and focus on, once again, engaging your full yoga breath. Deep, slow, rhythmical breathing, which we maintain as we do our movements. Open your eyes, turn your palms to face outwards. Deep breath in as we bring the arms up and up next to the ears. On your exhalation, folding forward, or you can slide hands down the legs if you wish to come in a gentle way down. Coming down to hanging in the ragdoll position, lifting the buttocks. And then as long as your hands are touching the floor, you can keep your legs straight, but if you can't touch the floor, then bend your knees enough so you can get your hands on the floor. And begin to walk your hands away from your feet slowly. And we're just gradually coming down into downward dog. Once you feel your heels starting to come off the floor, don't go any further with your hands. Press back with your chest toward your thighs, lifting the buttocks, taking deep, relaxed breaths. And then shift your weight over to your left side, breathing in, raising the right leg. And this is where you can raise it up high as you want to, or not at all if you don't want to. And then bending the right knee, lift the knee up towards the ceiling a bit more. On your exhalation, carefully swing the right foot forward between the hands, rotating the left heel to the floor, lifting your chest up onto your right thigh. We're just going to have a little rest there. Make sure your neck is in line with your spine, taking deep breaths. So now this is quite a strong one, and we've got to engage the right thigh particularly. Breathing in, bring your arms to the side, sweeping up, bringing your upper body slowly up. Bringing the arms up to the ears and palms together. Exhale as we sink down, and if you need to, you move your front foot forward a little because we're coming into warrior posture. Allow the shoulders to relax down, taking some deep breaths. So for warrior posture, we're going to go into a little bit of a back arch here. So breathing in, slowly taking upper body back, looking toward the ceiling. Taking deep breaths, or look forward if your neck is uncomfortable. And then inhale, turning to face your left, bringing your arms out to shoulder height, palms facing down, coming into side angled posture now, and taking some deep, slow breaths. Good. Now we're going into the second position, so taking a deep breath in. On your exhalation, bringing your right arm to your right thigh and left arm to the left side of the body. Open the chest. And then coming into a more extended position, Bringing the right hand to the floor on the inside of the foot. Open the chest a bit more, touching your left shoulder. Breathing in, stretch up your left arm. Exhale, taking the left arm over your ear, looking toward the ceiling under the arm. Remember, you can modify your arm, you can modify the head position if you need to, if you're feeling uncomfortable or anything is straining. Keep breathing deeply. So now we're going to come up, engaging the right thigh. Breathing in, push up slowly, back to that first position. Exhale, sink down a little bit more. And then rotating back to face forward. Turn your palms up. Inhale, raising the arms. Exhale, folding forward. Slowly coming down over the front thigh. So a little bit of core work again. Hands to the floor. Rotate the back heel off the floor. Stepping right foot back with the left. Walk the hands a little bit closer to your feet so we can get back into downward dog. And taking some deep breaths. If you need to have a proper rest, you can go into the stretched pose of the child or the cat posture, or resting in downward dog as we are here. Slow, deep breaths. So we're going to repeat those movements on the other side, shifting the weight to the right. Inhale, raising the left leg, so remember just as high as you want to go. Bend the left knee, lift the knee up. Exhale, swinging left foot up between the hands. Rotating right heel to the floor. Lift your chest up onto your front thigh. Have a little rest there, couple of deep breaths. Focus on keeping neck in line with the spine. And then we want to engage the left thigh muscle particularly. Breathing in, slowly coming up. So use that thigh muscle as we come up. Arms out, bringing arms up level with the ears. Palms together, sinking down, coming into warrior posture, facing forward. Just relax the shoulders. Focus on your breath. Steady, deep breaths. So we have our little back arch now. So breathing in. Slowly taking upper body back, if you can, looking to the ceiling. Deep breaths in and out. And then inhale, turning to face the right side this time. Arms come out to shoulder height, palms face the floor, coming down into a right angle position with your left leg. And you're facing the right side, taking deep breaths. So these are all strengthening positions, particularly for the core, thigh muscles, the buttocks, the lower back. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, bringing left arm resting on the left thigh. Right arm is resting on the right side of the body. Open the chest. So looking towards that right side. And then bringing it's your left arm resting on your left thigh. So we're going to bring the left hand onto the floor on the inside of the left foot. Touch your right shoulder. Breathing in, stretch up the right arm, and then exhale, taking right arm over your ear, looking gently toward the ceiling under that arm. And again, remember to modify any of the arm movements or head movements. If you're feeling it's too strong, it's straining, especially if you have any neck or shoulder problems. Focus on deep breaths. Now engaging the left thigh, push up slowly, coming up. Back to first position, sinking down again. And then rotating to face forward. Palms facing up, breathing in, raising your arms. Exhale, folding forward, coming down over the front thigh, hands to the floor. Rotate the back heel off the floor. Stepping left foot back with the right. Walking the hands back a little so you can come back into your downward dog. Have a little rest in downward dog if you can. Deep breaths. Lifting the buttocks, pressing the chest toward the thighs, rolling the shoulders out. And then slowly begin walking your hands back towards the feet and hanging loosely again. So nice, relaxed ragdoll position, letting the arms, the shoulders be floppy and loose. Now you can come up gently by uncurling and sliding hands up the legs. But I'm going to show you the stronger method. So we're going to breathe in, engaging the core, bring the arms out to the side, slowly lifting the upper body, and then bringing arms up, stretch up toward the ceiling, bottom and tummy tucked toward the spine. Turn the palms out, exhale, bring your arms all the way down slowly, relax. And then just stepping out to have a little loose swing once again. So that sequence, very invigorating sequence, that's a nice heating sequence. So warm the body up, get the blood moving, get the heart pumping. Also lots of blood to the head, so it's a really good sequence to do if you want to energise yourself and get your brain working, if you're feeling a little bit sluggish. And we've got lots of core work as well, so getting this whole area nice and strong to protect the lower back area. So once again, we'll just run through a few releasing movements, just a little bottom rotation again. It's always a good thing. And then reverse. Coming back to the centre and then alternately rolling your shoulders and reverse. And relax the shoulders back and down. And then we're going to finish off our standing work with a nice little neck stretch. We've done quite a bit of head turning, which has had some incidental neck work. So we're just going to get some nice releasing. Just make sure the shoulders relaxing back and down. Turn your right palm outwards. Inhale, bring your right arm up over your head. Clasp your left ear, pressing your head firmly towards the right side. Bring your left arm out to the side, extending to the fingertips, and then rotating the arm as far as you can so the palm faces up. And then rotating back to centre, and then rotating the arm the other way so the palm again faces up, extending those fingers, stretching out through the shoulder as well as the neck. And then rotate back to centre, relax the arm down, releasing your ear, bring your head up and stretch. Exhale as we bring the right arm down, turn the left palm out, deep breath in, raising your left arm, folding it over the head, clasp your ear and firmly pressing your head towards that left side. So get that lovely stretch down here. And then bringing the right arm out, extend, fingers stretching. Rotate the arm until the palm faces up, holding there. Rotate back to centre, and then rotating the arm all the way the other way and hold. And then rotate to centre, bring the arm down. Release your head, slowly bring your head to centre, stretching and exhale as we bring that arm slowly down. A little bit of shoulder shrugging up and down. Nice, relaxed, loosening movement. Bring the shoulders up and very slow rotation of your head. So we're going just one circle in one way and then reverse and slowly rotate the other way so we get any of those cheeks out of the neck. Bring your head back up, relax the shoulders, have a good shake, arms, fingers, hands, feet, legs, and that is our standing part of tonight's class. So I usually suggest at this point that you have a little bit of a sip of water and a little bit of a break before we come back to do the seated part of the class. And when you come back for the seated part of the class, you might wish to have with you a couple of props. One of the props is a cushion, so that can be handy. So just make sure you bring that with you, as well as obviously your yoga mat. And also a little bit later on when we're doing the relaxation, a bolster or an extra rolled mat, blanket to cover yourself with for the relaxation, especially if it's a little bit chilly. So those props are very handy to have. So coming back very shortly to do the seated part of the class. Namaste. So we're back to continue on with our advanced Hatha yoga class, and we're going to be doing the seated mat work now. So just beginning by doing a little bit of loosening up. So bringing your hands back behind you and just allowing the feet and the knees to flop in and out. So we're just getting a little release to the legs. And then bring the feet together and gently rocking from side to side. And to centre, bend your knees, feet a little apart. Just take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, taking knees to your right, head to the left. Inhale, back to centre. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Breathing in, back to centre. So one more set. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Breathing in to centre. And then exhale, knees to left, head to right. Breathing in, back to centre, and then coming up and coming into the staff posture, stretching your legs out, and just if you do feel you might need a little bit of a support, have that cushion handy, ready to put under your bottom should you need it. So we're going to lean forward, moving from the hips, grabbing the buttocks, pull the buttocks right out from underneath, and slowly come up into a nice right angle position where the core is engaged. If you're finding that's a little strong, tuck that cushion underneath your bottom so you've got a little support. Bring your shoulders right up towards your ears, roll them back and let them relax down. Chin parallel to the ground. So we're going to start our seated session tonight with a spinal twist. This one's a relatively advanced spinal twist to do. So we're going to bend both our knees, have your feet about hip width apart, and I'm going to get you to start with your right leg. So we're going to pass or thread the right foot through the left leg, grab the foot and gently working your right heel up towards that left buttock. So this is going to give you a nice also stretch into the outer thigh here. And then stepping the left foot over the right and just getting yourself nice and centred on the sit, both sit bones sitting up nice and tall. And then if you want to, you can bring the left leg in a little bit towards you so that we are, of course, if you're pregnant, don't squeeze into the belly, so we want to just leave some space there, but otherwise bring it in as close as you can. If you need that cushion, prop or adjust that cushion under whichever buttock you need to. Bringing your right arm around the front of the left knee, hugging that thigh in towards you. And then stretching the left arm forward. Turn your left palm to face out. Breathing in, slowly take the left arm to the left and watch your fingers as your arm goes back as far as you can go. And then bring your left hand to the floor, press up through the spine, looking gently towards the left with some deep breaths. To go a little bit further, take your left arm right around the back of the waist, grab a hold of the waist or the right thigh, and once again just some deep breaths, checking that your neck is nice and soft and your chin is parallel to the ground. And then releasing the left arm, bringing it to shoulder height again. On your exhalation, slowly return your arm and your upper body back to face forward, and gently release your arms first and then gently release both your legs. Stretch them out, a little shake, a little bit of a massage to outer thighs and up around the lower back area, and give your shoulders a little and reverse. And then bending both knees again, and we're going to do that on the other side. So once again, feet starting at hip width apart. So left foot, we're going to thread it through the right, underneath that right leg, grab the foot, pull the heel up. So we're getting this nice stretch to this outer thigh. Stepping the right foot over, coming into a nice centered position on the sit bones, drawing the thigh in towards you, sitting up nice and tall. Taking your left arm round the front of that right knee, hug it in, lifting up. Stretching the right arm out, turning the palm out, and then a deep breath in as we take the right arm to the right. Watch your fingers so your upper body follows, going back as far as you can with the arm, placing right hand to the floor, press up, and once again hold for a couple of deep breaths in and out. So spinal twists are really good for obviously spinal mobility. It's a lovely stretch also to the shoulders for these twists, and a beautiful massage to the abdominal organs as well. Taking right arm around the back of the waist as far as it'll go. Latching onto the left thigh if you've got a long arm. And again, just a couple more breaths, deep breaths. In and out. Neck soft, chin parallel to the ground. And then release, bringing the right arm back to shoulder height. On your exhalation, slowly returning, coming back all the way to the front. Release your arms and then gently release and stretch the legs out. Just give them a good shake, and once again we do that little massage around the outer thigh up into the lower back area, and rolling the shoulders as well. And back to centre. So now we're going to do a little opening up movement. So I usually like to do the tabletop in between. So we're going to get a little bit of a strengthening, and also because we've done squeezing, so we want to do a nice opening up one. So we're going to turn around sideways onto the mat, feet about hip width apart with your knees bent, and bringing the hands onto the floor behind you. So we're going to do a couple of movements with this tabletop just to extend it a little bit. So first of all, we're breathing in, lifting the bottom up and coming up into what we call a tabletop. It's nice and flat, chin pointing toward the chest, and then tightening the buttocks, doing a little bit of a rock side to side. Coming back to the centre. So if you've had enough and you want to rest, you come down. For those who want to go a little bit further, we're going to do a couple of different movements here. So starting with a leg raise, so we're going to breathe in, raising the right leg, stretching it up toward the ceiling and hold. Try and keep the bottom up as well. And then bending the knee and bringing the foot back to the floor, come back to centre. And then inhale, lifting the left leg. So again, stretching it up, point the toes up, bottoms up. Good. Bend the knee, coming back and bringing the buttocks back level. So we've got that nice, strong, engaged glutes. So now we're going to do the arms. So we're going to, one arm at a time, shift your weight a little to the left side. Breathing in, raising the right arm if you can. Just looking forward. I know I'm looking towards the camera, but it's better if you look forward. Exhale, bring the hand to the floor. Shift the weight a little to the right. Breathing in, raising the left arm and hold. And then exhale, bring the hand down. Coming back to centre and then gently, slowly bringing bottoms to the floor, stretch out your legs and have a little shake of the legs. And after that one, we've had quite a bit of work on the wrists, so just doing a little rotation into the wrists and reverse. Squeeze the fingers and stretch them out and shake. And then roll the shoulders and reverse. And then just relax back for a moment and flopping the knees and the feet. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do a strengthening series based around Navasana, the boat posture, the seated version, because there are lying down boats as well. We're going to do one of the seated versions of Navasana. So bending your knees and bringing your feet together to touch. These ones are going to work on core strength, especially the belly and the thighs. Coming into a relaxation position first, so because between each of the movements we're going to do this little relaxation position. So we're going to open the knees a little, slide the hands down the legs and just relax your upper body down in between. You can open your legs a bit wider. You can play around with where it's most comfortable for your arms. The main thing is we want to just relax the head, the neck, and also we want to relax the lower back area, particularly because we're going to be working that lower back area. So that's why we come into the release. And then as you inhale, lifting your head and chest, stretch your arms forward and then leaning back a little bit, so we're making a nice V shape with the body, engaging the core, so bottom and tummy tucked in. Cross your arms over so you have opposite hand to shoulders. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, turning your upper body to your left. So we're just very slowly turning around. It's like a little twist. Looking over that left shoulder if we can, and hold for a couple of breaths. So here we've got to really focus on engaging the core, and you start to feel the belly working. Breathing in, coming back around to the centre. On your exhalation, turning upper body slowly to the right, looking over the right shoulder and hold for a couple of breaths in and out. Breathing in, slowly coming back to the front. Bring your arms down, open the knees, and we come into our little relaxation position. Just let your neck and head relax, let the shoulders be loose. Lower back is just getting a nice little gentle stretch. If you want to, you can do a little massage that area with the fist. And then breathing in, lifting the head and chest again, stretch your arms out and then coming back into that same V-shaped position, engaging the core and crossing the arms over, so opposite hand to shoulders. We're going to make it slightly stronger for those who want to. So for this time, we're going to lift up the feet and balance on the bottom. If that's feeling too strong, feet back on the floor. We can do one foot up, do one side, the other foot, do the other side. Otherwise, both feet off the ground. Breathe in deeply. On your exhalation, slowly turn upper body to the left. Look towards the left side. Take some slow, deep breaths. It's a little bit stronger than the first version. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turning slowly to the right. Look towards the right shoulder. And hold for a couple of deep breaths. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale as we bring the feet down. Open the knees. Folding forward, coming back into relaxation position, hanging the head, letting the neck relax, shoulders relax. And again, if you wish, a little massage to your lower back. And we're working on strengthening that area when we're doing these positions. Now the final position, we're going a little bit further. This one's got a little bit of a balancing element as we had in the last one as well. So we're going to breathe in, lifting the head and chest, stretching arms out, leaning back again into that V-shaped position. We're going to keep our arms stretched out this time. Bring your feet off the floor, balancing on the bottom. If that's not going to happen, you're going to do one foot at a time, stretching one leg up, taking it down, and then stretch the other leg up. For the people who are able to balance on the bottom, we're going to do both legs at the same time. So we're going to lift up the legs, so we're making sort of like a right angle first. Engage the core, very important, otherwise you'll rock back. And then slowly stretching the legs up as high as you can, straight as you can. Deep breaths, holding, and also got that balance. Your thighs are working, belly is working strongly. Deep breaths. Good work. Bending the knees, bring the feet down. Once again, we're going to open the knees, fold forward, and coming into that relaxation position. Just giving the lower back a little massage. And then gently, slowly uncurl, coming up. And then we're going to do a proper little relax after that and a little release to the lower back. One of the best postures for that is the pose of the child. So coming up onto sitting on the heels first, or you can kneel up if you need to, if your knees are uncomfortable. You can open your knees wider for this if you need to for comfort, especially women that are pregnant, particularly. So we're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, coming down slowly, bringing the arms back beside the thighs, relaxing the arms and shoulders, head down. If you find that's uncomfortable, then bringing one fist on the other and resting forward on the top fist, especially if you have any issues with sinus pressure. And we are closing the eyes and relax, taking deep breaths. If you wish, you can do your little fist massage around the lower back and the thighs, all those areas we've been working on during this class, and then just relax. And then breathing in, uncurling the spine, slowly coming up and bringing your head up very slowly at the end, relaxing the shoulders, sitting back on heels or kneeling up if it's a little strong, sitting back on heels. So our next seated posture we're going to do, this is going to be finishing up the seated session for tonight. We're going to do the tiger posture, and we're going to do a little extra balancing element at the end. So from here, coming up onto your hands and knees, coming into the cat posture to begin with. Your hands under your shoulders, knees hip width apart in line with your hands. And we're going to be working on one side first, so we're going to work on left side for you first. Breathing in, taking head up slowly, belly down, bottom up, relax the pelvic floor. On your exhalation, taking your head down, arching up the spine, pull the pelvic floor muscles up as well. And then bringing your left knee for you, left knee towards forehead, forehead towards the knee. Breathing in, taking your head slowly up, lifting the left leg and lifting that knee up high as you can, pointing the left toes towards your head, head towards your toes. Exhale, once again, taking left knee back towards the forehead, forehead towards the knee. Inhale, taking your head slowly up, lifting the legs, so the knee up, pointing toes towards head, head towards the toes. And here is our little balancing bit. This is the tiger catches its tail. Shift your weight onto your left side. Bring your right hand back and see if you can grab that foot behind you. And then pull the foot up, lifting the knee, lifting the head, and hold. So it's got that little balancing element as well. Deep breaths. And then exhale, release, bringing the hand down, bring your knee down, and just in between we'll do our stretch pose of the child, so bottom's going back. Extend through the spine, lower the upper body, extending the arms if you can, relax, close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, in and out. And then breathing in, coming up, back onto hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees hip width apart. And we're going to do the other side. So it's going to be the right side for you. Breathing in, taking head up, belly down, bottom up. Exhaling, taking your head down, arching the spine up, draw the belly up, pull the pelvic floor muscles up, and then bringing your right knee towards your forehead, forehead towards the knee. Inhale, taking the right leg up and the head up, lifting that right knee, point the toes towards your head, head towards your toes. Exhale, bringing the right knee back towards the forehead, forehead towards the knee. And then inhale, slowly taking the right leg back up again, knee up high, toes towards head, head towards toes. And then we do that catching the tail movement. So shifting your weight to your right side, take the left hand behind, see if we can grab that foot, hold it, looking forward, lifting up that right foot high as you can. Head up as well, stretch. So this is a really good quad stretch, also a balance as well. And then exhale, release, hand down, knee comes down, coming into stretched pose of the child, extending through the spine, lower the front of the body, and then coming into pose of the child. Relax your arms beside you, close your eyes, and doing some lovely relaxed breaths. And then on your inhalation, uncurl the spine, gradually, slowly, coming up, bringing your head up, And relax the shoulders back and down. And then gently release and stretching the legs out. Give the legs a good little shake. Well done. All right, so now we have finished the seated part of the class, and we're going to do the reclining asana part of the class, and then after that we'll do a nice little relaxation to finish off with. So for the reclining part of the class, some people like to have a cushion under their head to support their neck. So if you like to do that, place the cushion where your head is going to end up, and then bring your feet down to the other end of the mat. And we're going to do a little core exercise, rolling down slowly and getting some work on strengthening of the belly particularly. So bending the knees, feet a little apart, bring your hands onto your thighs, take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, taking your chin towards your chest, draw the belly in, pull up the pelvic floor muscles strongly. So I want to keep that nice and engaged, and begin peeling down through the spine slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. And try to keep that core nice and strong. Once you get down, just making sure that your cushion is in the right spot for your head to come down. So just adjust it if you need to. Stretching your legs out. Give the legs a good shake. And then taking a deep breath in, raising your arms over your head. Arch and lift up the rib cage. Pointing your toes away, have a lovely stretch out. And then exhale and bring your arms down slowly. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Lift and tuck the tailbone under, and then bring your knees towards your chest. Hug your arms over the top of the knees, or you can grab under the knees if that works better. Squeezing down. If you're pregnant, remember you're opening the knees and just holding that for a couple of breaths. Good. Release. Hands to knees, gently rotating the knees around so we massage into the lower back area. And then reversing the circles. Coming back to the center. So we're going to do a version of a happy baby movement. So from here, opening the knees up wide and bringing your arms inside the knees. Flex your feet and try and grab the arches of your feet. If you have to lift your head to do that, that's fine. Bring your head back down. If that's not happening, you're grabbing low down on the legs. Now with happy baby, it's important we keep the bottom, the tailbone tucked down to the floor. Slowly bring the legs up and making right angles with the legs if you can. Press the feet out as you press down on the feet, and you're also pressing the tailbone down onto the floor and just holding that. So this one's a really good one for stretching into the groin particularly and the back of the thighs. And then take a deep breath in, exhale, carefully bring your head and shoulders up and keep that, pressing those feet out. Keep the tailbone tucked down to the floor and just holding. If you're feeling it's uncomfortable for your neck, bring your head to the floor. And then everybody bring the head down, releasing the feet. Bring the knees back together and gently roll from side to side, and then come back into the center position and place your feet down onto the floor, and bring your arms to shoulder height, palms on the floor. So we're going to do a spinal twist movement here. This one we're just doing quite a relaxing one, because after this one we'll do another strengthening movement. So we take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, move your knees to the right. Just let them relax down and your head gently to the left, and hold for a couple of deep breaths in and out. You can close your eyes and relax the arms and shoulders as much as you can. And then breathing in, bringing your knees and head back to centre. On your exhalation, knees going to the left, head to the right. And once again, just relax. You can close your eyes and deep breaths in and out. And then inhale, coming back to the centre, and bring your arms down beside you and walk your feet up a little bit further up towards the groin area. Hands down beside you. I'm just going to take my clip off because that's actually not going to be so good for the bridge posture. The bridge posture is what we're going to be working on next. Now this is quite a strong, strengthening, flexibility position. So we're going to be doing some flexibility, especially for the lower back and the spine. And also we're going to be strengthening around the thighs and the glute muscles as well for this one. It's also toning for the nervous system because we're massaging the spine as well. Now, as much as possible, I want you to keep your head in the centre so you're not turning your head from side to side. Once you know what you're doing, keep your head centred. That way you're going to protect your neck as much as possible. So the first thing we're going to do, make sure your feet are parallel about hip width apart, palms on the floor. And then I want you to focus on pressing your lower back into the floor. So firmly press the lower back, engaging that belly there for a moment. And then as you inhale, just lift the bottom up off the floor a little bit and just stay there for a couple of breaths. So that's just the beginning of the lift. And then we're going to continue rolling up slowly. So on your next inhalation, begin peeling up through the spine, rolling up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the pelvis up higher and higher. Eventually, you get to a point where it's feel you can't go any further. Lift and tuck each arm a little bit further under the body. And then really focus on pressing the pelvis up nice and high, chin tucked toward the chest. And then from here, just going a little bit further if you can, is to place one hand at a time underneath the waist if you can, or underneath the buttocks if waist is a little bit too high. So you're supporting yourself on your upper arms and your chin is pointing toward your chest. And just taking some deep breaths in and out here. And then we're going to do a little bit of knee squeezing, and this is where we get the glutes and the thighs working. So we take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, squeezing the knees as close as you can, holding that squeeze there, holding, you're still breathing but holding this knee squeeze. And then release. Inhale, open the knees, have a little bit of a rest. On your exhalation, once again, squeezing those knees in towards each other, holding the knee squeeze, holding. Inhale, release, have a rest. And then one more. So exhale, squeezing those knees in and holding the knees as close as you can together, holding the knee squeeze. Release, inhale, open the knees. And then carefully bringing hands to the floor first, untucking your arms. On your exhalation, you're going to roll down slowly, starting at the top of the spine and coming down vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly as you can. So this is strengthening for the back muscles and toning for the spine and the nervous system along the spine. Eventually the lower back and then the bottom coming down onto the floor, and then just relax. Bring your knees back up towards your chest, hugging your arms either over or under, so you're squeezing in. Loosely clasp your knees. On your exhalation, raise your head, drawing knees in towards the up face and hold. And then inhale, bring your head down and bring the feet back to the floor, and then just gently release your legs, stretch them out. Have a little shake of the legs. Relax your arms, and to release your neck, roll your head slowly from side to side and then back to the centre. So before we finish off to do our relaxation session, just going to do a little bit of a rocking and rolling movement, which is a nice invigorating one for the spine. And then once we've done that, I'll show you how to set up for the relaxation session. So you're going to bend your knees first of all and draw your knees towards the chest. Clasp your hands underneath the knees and then gently bring your head up, tucking the chin toward the chest and begin to rock. So start gently at first, making sure that you keep your chin tucked towards your chest, and eventually a little bit more vigorous, stretching the legs out and then rocking up to sit up. And we're going to get ready to do the relaxation session tonight. So for the relaxation session, you want to be as comfortable as possible. So your cushion under your head for those who need it, your little bolster, which I have actually here, or your rolled up mat, or a couple of either blankets or towels rolled up so you've got a little bit of a support. For the people who do have any lower back problems, it's always good to have this support underneath the knees so that we release the lower back, and you'll be just coming down gently into the Savasana, or the corpse posture, or sometimes called the blissful posture, with just the knees relaxing like that. If you really don't like a bolster, then that's fine, as long as you feel comfortable with your legs stretched out and just letting the feet relax out to the side on the floor. Also, as I said before, if it's a bit cool, you might like to put jackets and socks on, and also perhaps cover yourself with a very light blanket as well. And it's nice to dim the lights as well. So the bright lights, I'm going to turn these bright lights off and I'll come back and we'll finish off our class tonight with a little relaxation session. So just dim your lights, get everything ready, and then we'll come back. So now just softly close your eyes and start to let go of your surroundings. So all the sounds that you can hear, movements of air, distractions in the environment, just starting to let them go, let them fade into the background, bringing your attention inwards to your physical body. And we'll start with a little brief body scan. So at this point, if you do need to adjust any areas, then take the opportunity as we do the body scan. So first of all, become aware of your legs, from your toes to your hips, making sure that they're comfortable. If you have a bolster or support under your knees, make sure it's in a comfortable position. For those who don't, just let the feet flop gently out to the side. And then moving up to your lower back, tucking the tailbone forward and under a little bit to release tension from the lower back. moving your awareness up through your back, softening and sinking your back down, shoulder blades sinking into the floor, shoulders relaxing back and down, and just checking that they're as level as possible. Your arms heavy and relaxed on the floor beside you, the palms facing upwards and fingers lightly curled. Move your focus to your neck and gently roll your head from side to side, doing it nice and slowly. Just making sure you're easing out any areas of tension. And then bring your head back to the center so that your neck is in line with your spine. If you have a cushion, make sure that it's in the right position to support your neck, your chin pointing a little downwards, your lips just touching or perhaps a little apart, tongue resting at the back of your upper teeth, and your eyes softly closed, just closed, feeling your eyes resting and relaxing. Bring your attention now to the contact points of your body with the floor and with any supports beneath you, and focus on a sensation of heaviness and letting go, feeling all of the muscles of your body from your toes to your head, comfortable, heavy and relaxed. Your whole body relaxed, loose and comfortable. No tension, no tightness. Now gently release your mental connection to your body, allowing the body to fade away into the background and moving your focus to your breathing. Engaging now with the breath. And if you notice thoughts coming to distract you away from the breath, whenever that happens, just acknowledge and observe that that's happened. But don't become involved with those thoughts. Let them come, let them go, and always return to your point of focus. And for this session, we're focusing on our breathing. And tonight, we're going to do a little full yoga breathing practice. So now, with your attention on your breath, I want you to begin to slow and deepen your breathing. Make sure that you don't over-breathe or cause any strain or discomfort. So you're just slowing and deepening the breath, but maintaining comfort level for you. As you focus on the breath, notice the movement of the breath. Your inhalations, the breath will flow upwards and there will be an expansion, opening outwards to receive the fresh oxygen into your lungs. On your exhalations, the breath flows downwards and there is a gentle contraction or squeezing inwards. And that is squeezing the stale air out of your lungs. You may also notice after your inhalations a slight pause. And then when you finish your exhalations, you may also notice there is a slight pause. So just pay attention to the needs of your body. Breathing in nice and smoothly and slowly, with that slight pause at the end of the inhalation, and then exhaling slowly and deeply with a slight pause at the end of your exhalations. Keep your attention on the breath, adjusting it according to your comfort level. Notice if your mouth is open or closed. If your mouth is actually open, try closing your mouth just for a breath in and out, experimenting, and just see if it's comfortable having your mouth closed. Ideally, for full yoga breathing, we close the mouth and use the nose for inhaling and exhaling. However, if you do have a slightly blocked nose, then you may feel it's uncomfortable with your mouth completely closed, in which case you open it slightly, because it's very important to maintain relaxation and comfort when we're doing our full yoga breathing practice. So I want you just to continue watching and observing your breath, getting that nice, smooth, rhythmical breathing pattern functioning and continuing. And while you're continuing to do your full yoga breathing, I'm just going to explain the next phase of our practice, where we're going to work on regularizing the inhalations and the exhalations. And in order to do that, I'm going to use a metronome, which is a little ticking device, which is going to help you to keep your inhalations the same length as each other, and your exhalations are going to be all the same length as well. So when we do this practice in a moment, I'm going to be asking you to breathe 5 rounds to the count of breathing in for 4, exhaling for 6. So all of your inhalations will be to the count of 4, and all of your exhalations will be to the count of 6. You can still do the slight pause after inhalations and exhalations, but we're focusing on maintaining a regular inhale to the count of 4 and a regular exhale to the count of 6. And we're doing that for 5 rounds. I haven't put the ticking sound on yet, so don't start until you hear the metronome starting to tick. Now, the reason we're doing the counting is that eventually we're going to build up over time. We won't in this class, but as you continue to practice, we build up to creating an inhalation that is half the length of the exhalation. Inhaling speeds the heart rate up, and exhaling slows the heart rate down. And overall, with our breathing practice, we want to actually slow the heart rate down. So that's why we are working on increasing that exhalation rate and keeping the inhalation rate at 4 at this stage. So I'm going to put the metronome on. So just remember, for tonight, you're going to be doing 5 rounds of breathing in to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 6. 5 rounds. You can count the rounds off on your fingers if you need to have a little bit of a reference point. So when you hear the ticking sound, begin. once you've completed the next round of your full yoga breathing, let go of focusing on controlling your breathing with breath rhythm, and just allow your breathing to return back to your unconscious, automatic breathing rhythm. And then once your breathing is back to your normal breathing rhythm, start to bring your awareness back to the room, but keep your eyes closed for a little bit longer. Just start to notice the sounds around you. Notice the currents of air across your skin. Bring your focus back inside your body and become aware of the position of your body on the floor. Notice how your legs are positioned and take your attention down to your toes. We're going to start to gently awaken the body. Start by giving your toes a little bit of wiggle and squeeze, and then gently rotate your ankles, and then give your legs a little bit of a shake. Raise your hands up off the floor and gently rotate your wrists, and then give your hands a little bit of a shake. Take a deep, slow breath in and have a lovely stretch, raising your arms up over your head. Have a lovely stretch and yawn. And then on your exhalation, bring your arms down slowly. Gently roll your head from side to side and back to the centre. And then bend your knees and start to lift them towards you. Hug your knees in towards you, and then do a few little rolls from side to side. So you do a little bit of gentle lower back releasing. And then once you've done that, roll over gently to one side and very slowly ease yourself up into a sitting position. And then when you're ready, very slowly open your eyes and namaste. Thank you very much everyone for joining me for this more advanced Hatha yoga class, and I do hope you enjoyed the class. And please come back and visit from time to time and continue your yoga practice, and have a look at all of the other videos that I have on my channel, JD Healing Vibes. And the more you practice your yoga, the more mobile and flexible you'll come, the more relaxed and balanced you will also feel as well. So I hope you do have a lovely evening or day, as the case may be. And once again, namaste.